Hi guys, today we'll look into a scenario in which France forms an empire in 2023. You may be saying, didn't this video be made already? No. That was a global empire. A global empire, so across the globe. And yeah, we'll use red to represent France, because that's what we always do. Even though technically we could use green if we really wanted. So yeah, the first thing they do is attack their weakest neighbor. You may think up there, obviously by Benelux. But no, France does not go after them. They go after Andorra. And, well, this proves to be a big mistake, as Andorra invades France. No, I'm kidding. As Andorra takes all of southern France. As France starts wondering about peace. Actually, in reality, this kind of happened. Yeah, I know, reality is not as great as it should be. As France is greedy and absorbs Andorra. The king has taken Andorra into his country. And yeah. And well, where else is France? Well, France is also over here in South America or America, depends on what you call it. And yeah, well, they go after Suriname and Guyana. And they somehow get Venezuela to help them, as if this would happen. As Venezuela's border dispute with Guyana spills out into a full blast war. As Venezuela storms into Guyana. But fortunately for France, France already takes out who they're attacking, with Venezuela moving down here. And well, yeah. Together they work together. But should have Venezuela worked with dispute with Guyana back? And well, France annexes a small bit of land here. But France shifts its focus away from here and goes to Germany and says, Germany, you want to split Benelux? And Germany says, sure. But should have Germany did this? You'll never know. We'll never know. But they do it anyways. Because Germany is being evil again. And France is being evil again. For the third time. One has historic, with Germany slamming into the Netherlands in like 3 days. And well, they meet with France for a peace treaty. But there ends up being a big border dispute with the treaty. But they also kind of wanted Luxembourg and, well, all Wallonia, but they didn't end up getting that. But now the shift is focused. France shifts its focus onto Switzerland, which they invite Germany and Italy to the partition of Switzerland. And yeah, it's a good plan, maybe. With Italy getting what they should have, France getting what they should have, and Germany getting what they should have. Without Switzerland having any say. With everybody just invading. With Switzerland's mountains disappearing and all of its bridges gone. Place. And they basically declare war on a few countries. You may be saying a few. And you're probably like, why these countries? Well, France kind of dictates these countries. I don't know the exact borders. I want to say these countries, but no, it's not. Take away Algeria, and you got the countries they like to dictate. But they also declare war on Algeria and Morocco. And Western Sahara kind of joins it. with somebody called Spain deciding to say, well, we can help France. What's the worst that could happen? Nothing bad has happened to anybody who helped France. God, please tell me this isn't some foreshadowing. Maybe it is Napoleon. What did he do to Spain? Well, let's just say something. With Spain invading Morocco with the help of France. And yeah, with them somehow going to bypass the mountains. With France just landing forces here along with Spain, France lands forces here and here. Spain lands some forces here, and in Morocco, in Algeria, big gains are made. As they're moving into the desert. Because French troops no longer need. With Algeria fighting as long as it can, with it regaining control over parts of its northern territories. And they almost push France out of Tunisia's capital of Tunis. But they fail. And while France turns the tides and kind of does this, and kind of stops helping the countries here, as they move into Togo and Benin. And well, yeah. And they move into Cameroon. They start taking some of the weaker nations in to invade. With a lot of countries surprised at how well this is going for France. With them basically making Algeria kind of disappear from the map. As they continue their big advance. Their big front. And them moving up into Burkina Faso. With them sneaking up and doing this. More and more land starts surrendering. As France is unable to stop what they started. With Mali surrendering. Mauritania surrenders, Western Sahara surrenders, Cameroon surrenders, and Niger surrenders. And well, Chad and the Central African Republic sneak out of this war. And well, France doesn't go after them. Sure they don't. Oh yeah. I guess they will, maybe. With Morocco and Western Sahara being annexed by Spain. With France not liking this. But accepting it. And well, let's look at the treaty. Thinks they're safe. Chad and the Central African Republic think that France isn't going to do anything drastic anymore. Including Germany, who basically claims France is illegally occupying that and says for them to give them it. But France says no, which quickly scares Germany when France launches a full-blown military operation, basically. And while they move into these lands, called the Rhineland, I guess, in their southern area, it's more protected by mountains. So they use the Great European Plain to invade Germany. And well, I hope you recognize why it looks like this, because that's a natural France, France's natural borders. Of them continuing into the Netherlands and not even looking back. With their head for Oldenburg, maybe. Yeah. And then they invade the Swiss areas. And well, they meet Germany for peace, and Berlin is expanding well. Italy sees that France wants land, including an island that Italy somehow stole, and I don't know how. And while France says, yeah, if you give me this land and Sardinia, I won't invade you, Italy. I promise, is what they say. Right? But do you believe them? Like, honestly, do you really believe their word? They're imperializing. And them declaring war on Italy, but there's a secret military alliance that nobody knew about. And well, of course Britain is a part of it. What would you expect from this world? And Ireland just stays neutral. Venezuela is shockingly a part of it. But Libya also joins, and so is Portugal and Austria. And this becomes the War of the First Coalition. No, Brazil, you just joined the wrong side. Seriously? You want to make it go this way, you join the wrong side? With the US just saying, yeah, well, France is a global power. We don't have any point to intervene. But unfortunately, France did not prepare for the Chadian invasion. Wait, Chadian invasion. Which is not great. Chad invading fast. And well, the colony of Cameroon, part of France, just basically instantaneously falls. But fortunately for France, their colonial forces were preparing for an invasion of Spain in Libya. Wait, what? No, they weren't, but the invasion of Libya became easy. And well, Spain is kicked back in Africa and is landed here. And then France starts an invasion in the Catalonian region, and quickly it looks ugly for Spain. And then Italy, on the other hand, in Austria, they invade fast. And then here they invade fast. And well, they were moving troops for Venezuela's invasion, so they move into here quickly. And then Brazil launches an invasion, and Colombia, which takes the capital of Venezuela, leading to Venezuela being completely destabilized. What a shock. And well, this is all that's left of Venezuela. Now let's go back to see what Britain's doing. Well, Britain's doing what they always do. You may be saying, what do they always do? They do nothing. Wait, what? Well, Britain says, yo, France, look. As they launch this big of an offensive, which France quickly says, really? Well, you think that's a big offensive? Watch this. Which they take out Italy and them, and Austria. Then they start invading Spain from the south. The point where Portugal just says, we give up. And Britain loses Northern Ireland. But nobody else manages to escape. Because they're all just being told it's illegal. And being denied. And well, France kicks Africa. And France becoming victorious within days. As their invasion of Libya goes super well. And quickly, Libya becomes a mess. As Chad basically falls over. And then the Central African Republic falls over. And then Cameroon gets reintegrated. Spain and Britain meeting in... Well, they all meet in Berlin over the Berlin Agreement. This is Libya, Chad, Central African Republic, and takes a lot away from the Spanish lands that were in Africa, and took a lot of Spain away, took most of Italy. Italy's just like that. Austria is still alive, but Austria just opted after a vote with a 51% margin. No, not 51. That's kind of hard. But yeah, between no and people who just don't know. That's what gave them a big lead. But Austria is now a part of Germany. But let's go to what's still fighting. Wait, Venezuela still hasn't fallen? Yeah, kinda. Well, they kinda got distracted, but I don't know why they would get distracted in Venezuela. It beats me. And so they do this. And Venezuela meets. And they get a bit distracted during the treaty, so it takes like 6 years. No, it takes like... But what's left of Venezuela is gave to the USA. Why? Because it can be gave. Why else would it be gave? And well, France has a colonial empire which stretches across 3 continents. Well, there's actually probably 7 now. They have some in North America, they have some in Oceania, they have some in Africa. I think they have some in Asia, maybe. Or would that be Antarctica? Maybe. And well, they have a lot of enemies in Europe. Dangerous relations, hostile relations, peaceful relations. But really, they're not in a good spot. And most of Africa just wants to kick them out of Africa. So yeah. But that's all for today's video. So let's go over some things before then. We're at 165 subscribers. We have, well, 2 days to get to 100 subscribers. So please subscribe because we have 35 people left to subscribe. So please just subscribe. Our goal for next month will be 250. And I think we can get there, as we've been growing faster lately. So please like and subscribe if you haven't already. That'd be great. So please like and subscribe. That's pretty much all for today's video. But leave a comment, any comment. Please like, subscribe, and comment. That's pretty much all for today's video. Please like, subscribe, and share this video. That's all for today's video. Wild Mamper out.